good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. And welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I'm FB.
I'm the goob.
Goob.
What up? What up, FB?
How was your week?
It was a rough one. I caught a bit of a cold.
Okay.
But that allowed me to watch a lot of basketball.
A lot of basketball. So the weekend then. You.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Golden State did not finish the sweep.
Saw that. No sweep finish.
Kind of made me sad. Yeah. Kind of made
no
me sad.
sweep. No brooms. You put your broom away?
But the MVP's got to have at least one good game.
I thought he did. Needed at least one. He couldn't be swept. That'd be
And there's really not a whole lot to talk about then. The next game, we should take care of business.
I think it'll be a blowout. I think there was.
Yeah, I don't see any reason they shouldn't finish them off. Just like Miami has finished off Atlanta.
Trey is now just making commercials.
He is, immediately.
Immediately. He's like, lost, done, commercial, go. And then it's like,
he's
just keep making money. Doesn't matter.
Right. We can't figure it out. Audience, let me know. Is it Boban or is it George Murison in the commercial with Trey on?
I don't know.
Comment below.
Subscribe. I'm telling you, it was the dude that I saw the night before.
Boban.
Yeah, so.
I think it's George Murison, but.
Yeah, Murison.
It's fair.
It's, you know what? It's a big guy.
It was a big
real
guy.
Tall guy, and he looked like the guy played
That was the Dallas game, right?
The Dallas game.
So Luka's back, and it looks like he's going to finish that series pretty quick.
He's back completely. He must be back, because you can't do, was it 63 points, and some stupidest, he's back. I watched that. That's the only game I watched, and I was like, phew, that guy is really good.
You know Kyle Anderson, though, the slowest basketball player in the world.
Yes.
Love you, Kyle Anderson. But you're so slow.
But shout out to you. So.
And Luka does that, I don't know, somehow with a little panache or I'm not sure what it is. He's so slow, but you can't stop
He's
him.
like Steve Largent.
He's got a force field or.
He's got the first step is opposite of what you think. No, I'm not going that way. Well, shit, I thought you were. And then he's going this way, and his arms are really long.
The old first step, you're a step.
Yeah, the first step, no, I wasn't going that way at all. Why'd you think that? I don't know why I thought that. I fucking totally thought you were going, I don't know.
Yeah, it works for him.
And he can shoot.
Kid can shoot.
Man, he can shoot the fucking basketball.
Wow.
Indeed.
All right, so we're gonna say that series is probably over soon.
The Jazz Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Mitchell doesn't come back, yes.
And if he does, he's probably only going to be 80%. Which is not good.
It's not good. I predicted a great series when we first talked about it. When we were first talking about it. I thought it was gonna be great, and now I think Luka's gonna put it to bed now.
I think so. It was kind of like a boxing match.
It was
a lot of good defense, a lot of who's gonna, be there at the bell kind of thing.
A lot of young talent that can show up and Mitchell can show up on any night and put up 45, and Gobert can play great defense, and the Jazz had a great chance, but I don't know anymore.
They did. The other kind of slugfest would be our little Memphis Minnesota series.
I like that series, and I'm still holding on to my Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, no,
I just
Cat swung back, and he won. Sends it back to Memphis. Little layup to send it home. But yeah, John Morant had to take over this last game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. So they're up 3-2. Memphis is.
I mean,
Minnesota's got to win 2 in a row. Is it possible?
I think with the talent they have, yes. I think to win one more.
Do they have the willpower
to beat Morant?
Ja, and you see him. He won the most improved player, and he just gave his award to his buddy Desmond Bane because he was like, you know what, you improved more than I did this year.
Right, because I was already great.
He was already really damn good.
I don't even know how you give the most improved player to the kid that won Rookie of the Year. Didn't he win Rookie of the Year?
He did.
Okay, so you're the Rookie of the Year, and then your next year, you're the most improved player.
Imagine if he wins MVP next year.
Yeah, right? Wow, Rookie of the Year, most improved player of the year. Well, That's impressive. Impressive.
That'd be a first.
That'd be a first. Impressive. I like Rookie of the Year never usually gets Most Improved Player of the Year. That's like becoming the best player of the year next year.
That's why we're John Morant fans.
Yeah, huge John Morant fans.
I should put his T-shirt up here. I have one, but it's.
I don't know how the Knicks do it. I don't know what it takes. Maybe kill Dolan, and then we can start to maybe we get Durant in the next contract, not or Morant in the next contract, not this one. But
just, if you can get him,
just get him.
Steve Dolan.
Dolan, baby, listen, do me a favor.
Bring John to New York.
Just, I'm trying to get a GoFundMe page to buy the team from you so I can save the fucking team. And so, I don't know. I don't even know. I've never even been to New York, and I don't even know if I like it, but I mean, I can't be any worse.
Right. And speaking of selling, do you sell the Nets forever after getting swept by Boston?
I don't think the owner sells it. I think he's happy. But he owns a basketball team. He's fine. Do I sell on the Nets? Oh, yeah, I've sold the Nets.
All right.
I mean,
we just talked about, how the earth must seem so flat right now. Just like proverbially, or hypothetically.
I think hypothetically, he's just walking to find the end of it. I mean, honestly, you think he's just like, oh, fuck, man. I fucked this whole season up. I'm just going to walk to the end of the earth.
And he's trying to trick us by saying, I'm fired up for next year.
Yeah.
I'm motivated.
You know what?
Losing.
We're going to coach. I think we're just going to coach the team next year, me and Durant. We're just going to.
You know what? And
coach it, put it together. We get it. We're going to get this right.
You know what? The secret ingredient has to be Ben Simmons, yeah?
Secret ingredient. That's what was missing. That was the sprinkle they couldn't sprinkle on top.
It is. You know who reminds me of it?
That's the one they couldn't get the fucking lid off the cap. Fucking that little silvery wrapper, you son of a bitch. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it's Kurt Rambis.
Is he playing again?
I feel like Ben Simmons could be Kurt Rambis at his ceiling.
So Ben's done. Ben, your ceiling is Kurt Rambis. Well, what do I do now?
Rebound.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
Play defense.
You're Kurt Rambis now, bro. So you'll be the coach of the Lakers one day.
You know what? Yeah.
No.
And he won't have herpes.
I don't think did Kurt Rambis have herpes?
No, he never had any sort of.
Kurt, if you did, we didn't know. We just guessed.
He was the virgin for the longest time.
Was he really?
He made
There's no way he had herpes then.
Hollywood magazines for non-Hollywood Lakers kind of.
So he was the 40-year-old virgin on the Lakers?
He basically was what Steve Carell was in the 40-year-old virgin, except for instead of a microwave store, it would have been basketball.
And Magic Johnson was who?
In that one, probably the black guy.
He was on the Lakers too. That's insane. He's played the same role twice.
That's correct.
Because Magic didn't get herpes. Nope.
Totally not.
Nope. Fuck no. He soared to the championship. That's what he did. All right, let's probably move on from that right away.
We can close this out with
let's just
how James Harden is terrible.
Wait a minute though, but 76ers.
I mean, they're still in the lead. 3-2.
3-2. They got this.
You would think.
They got this.
Did you watch the last game though?
I mean, no. I told you I did. I moved. You didn't ask me how my week was. It sucked. My week was packing and cleaning and packing and cleaning and then cleaning.
Well, I figured no one wanted to hear about that.
Don't forget painting. Nobody wants to hear about my miserable life. That's on his other podcast where he talks about how shitty my life is.
Right. I wish I had an address for that.
Yeah, you should have it.
We should start one. I'll start one.
Yeah, start one where you just sit.
It'll probably be like Scotty's miserable life.
45 minutes
of something.
Yeah, right. FB and his shithole life.
Oh, right. FB, yes.
And then I just do the podcast with you once a week.
Yeah. Well, that'll be the good part.
That would be one of the small, tiny, decent parts. My kids and the podcast, and the rest of it is.
I heard he had a on-base percentage of 1,000 today.
He did have on-base percentage. He took one off the helmet, which, as a father, I thought to myself, "Oh shit, my son." And then all I got was a thumbs up. I was like, "Thumbs up, dude." And then when I asked him about it, I go, "Dude, what the fuck? Are you all right?" He's like, "Dad, that's what helmets are for." I was like,
nice.
I was like, okay, buddy.
Solid.
And then he was it was a 3-2, and he held that back tight, and the guy went ball, and he walked to that base. I said, good job, buddy. Good job getting on base. He scored again though.
Yep.
He scored twice.
So his legs work and everything?
Legs work. He ran.
Awesome.
Not the fastest guy, but he got the base.
Hey,
fuck it.
As long as you get there.
That's all that matters, as long as you get there. But speaking of baseball, you're ahead of me by half a game? Is that what I fucking hear?
Oh, yeah. No, we won 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
He got this.
Which is crazy because, like, 2 days ago, I'm watching highlights of the Dodgers going, Bueller's killing everybody, and Freddie Freeman sending home runs, and Bellinger sending home runs. We must be up by 4. And then you tell me I'm a half game behind.
Somehow we're behind again.
How the fuck is that? How can we be the best team in baseball, but yet a half game behind you? You must be the best team in baseball then. Yeah?
I mean,
yeah,
we're both pretty good, it seems like. It seems like all our strategies are working.
When you talk about Dodgers and Giants and then the rest of baseball, where does the rest of baseball fall in with the Dodgers and Giants?
Behind them.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So it's just you and I for the year. Talking about our teams.
It kind of reminds me of, like Hagler and Hearns and Leonard. Like, remember 2 teams just beat the shit out of each other, and then whoever gets to face him for the championship, he's the rested one. So, I mean, that'll be Toronto or somebody, you know what I mean?
That's fucked up.
No, we're going to beat each other up the whole year.
Yeah, you think we'll do that thing we did last year and be like one Peterson and then the fucking wild card team?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be insane. We're going to do that for the next 10 years.
It's possible.
Oh, man, that's unbelievable. Now, we're going to play each other in the first round of the fucking National League playoffs every year?
Oh, no, they fixed it this year. There's more teams.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah. What,
we can't be 107, 108, and then the 107 team's got to play the 108 team in the first round of the playoffs.
No, they've already started. I know we're trying to fix baseball. They did some things. They added a couple teams. The wild card games are now 3-game series, and probably the Dodgers and whoever else wins the division, Giants, whoever, Phillies, Mets.
Right.
They get the first round bye. There's first round byes now.
There's a bye.
Yeah, there's byes.
Let's make it longer.
Yeah, and second inning fancy hats.
And second inning fancy hats.
That's all I want.
So I'm out because you're telling me since I sit in the parking lot till the 4th inning, I don't get a second inning fancy hat.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Well, that's why we're trying to draw you in earlier.
Is that what you're trying to get all the drunks out of the parking lot?
For Major League Baseball, yeah.
For Major League Baseball? With fancy hats?
Well, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I hope so, because I'll be outside drinking my beer thinking about fancy hats.
Maybe that'll be 8th inning.
8th inning,
Once we already draw them in.
You know what?
It's for the players, mostly.
Oh, man, bring me
players
in.
Players love a fancy hat.
I want to walk into the 6th inning and, they hand me a fancy hat.
They're all Westbrook fans. They like things with feathers.
With feathers. Yeah, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dodgers, Giants, we're gold.
Yeah. 13-5, 12-5. I think.
The rest of baseball's following.
Unfortunately, they're following. No need to say anything else. We're done.
Is the rest of the division still the number one?
There's 4 teams with 10 wins in the West, and 6 in the rest of baseball.
Okay, because I found that to be odd 2 weeks ago, and you're saying that's still
happening. Everyone but Arizona is good in the West, apparently. Colorado and San Diego, apparently, they're winning too.
We're the AFC West. Sick, man. All right, okay, so basketball, we got the Heat, and they're going on. The Celtics, moving on.
They're looking good. They're saying Vegas, odds-on favorite.
Kyrie is searching for the end of the world because it's flat, and then he can just fall off the fucking thing.
Right, or some sort of Buddha.
And Durant made a real bad decision a couple years ago when he said, "I can do it on my own."
Right. James Harden's trying to lose a series for the Sixers, and Bucks Bulls. It's going to be Giannis winning that series.
Giannis. Yeah, he's like we said, he fell into that LeBron James category, and he can't be the MVP every year just because he's Giannis. He has to do unbelievable things. So,
right, exactly.
So
but he's still going to win that series.
He's fine. Suns challenged by the Pelicans for a couple of games.
What happened with that one? Chris Paul won again?
Chris Paul, but I'm still saying that they got 2 wins. I saw a sweep.
Yeah.
So when the Pelicans got 2 wins, I went, shit, well,
Well, I mean, that's why I'm calling it a Willie Green versus Chris Paul, because it's the Pelicans coach in his motivational speeches against the talent and willpower of Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, right. And right now, but Booker's how long? Gone just...
Ruled out for the next game, I believe.
That helps the Pelicans make the Suns season longer, so when they play against the Warriors, they're a little more tired than. I mean, that's just how that does.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with all that stuff.
You want that to happen, and I don't know. After watching
Suns team, yes.
Well, I just watched the Warriors play a few games, and I don't think anybody's beating them.
They're fun, right?
Yeah. Oh shit! If they keep playing at this level,
it's gonna be Celtics Warriors if all the fun like NBA police get together and say what would be really fun.
So you're saying defensive player of the year against best offensive players of the.
Well, I mean, Warriors were number 2 on defense. Celtics were number 1. Right. But they both have the offensive firepower to just go off at any point and make it. Like, whatever happens is going to be some really good offense.
The Warriors definitely have the offensive power to just go off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a scoring at will if they want to.
No, Celtics got rid of the Nets because they only had to guard 2 players.
Right.
On the Warriors, you have to guard everyone but Draymond.
Everyone but Draymond.
Everyone but Draymond. So you got to guard 4 people.
Claypool.
So I'm just,
Curry.
Exactly.
Wiggins. I actually saw, I like screamed at the TV. I don't scream at the TV much for basketball, But I saw Iguodala had a ball just standing at the top of the key by himself. And he did not shoot that ball.
He didn't really want to hit.
And I thought to myself, shoot it! Everybody else fucking does. And then I was sad for Iggy. So, right. Hey, that's the way it is. Celtics, Warriors then?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm in.
That'd be awesome.
I would love, anytime, I mean, as much as I'm a Knicks fan, anytime you see the Celtics in the championship, you're like, that's old school classic. Indeed. And then you're a bandwagoneer Warriors fan, and that'll make you happy.
Absolutely.
And then I can root for the Celtics, and you can root for the Warriors.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
So we promised them last week, and the week before that, and I think we mentioned it the week before that, that we were going to attempt to do a mock draft.
Oh, is it time?
It's time, man. Listen, unless you have unless you can make hockey sound good.
Nope. Penguins Rangers still.
Penguins Rangers
coming up soon.
Coming up soon. So you can't make hockey sound good.
Nope.
And soccer for Scotland is 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4 days away.
It's coming up.
Yeah. 31st or April 1st. April 1st.
Yep.
Or May 1st. Monday.
May 1st.
Monday. So Monday. So we don't even care about.
We'll be able to report on that next week.
Next podcast is Scotland soccer.
Scotland wins.
Sorry, Ukraine. Good luck in that war. And we have our qualifying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not a whole lot going on. Champions League is still good. All the main ones are in there. Manchester City, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Premier League champions still on the line. Liverpool, Man City. It's going to be a battle to the finish. They have 6 games to go.
Okay.
And honestly, it's the first time in a while, and it's been a question heading into the last month.
Oh.
Like Liverpool won by 20 points a few years ago. Man City the same last.
Right.
So yeah.
So that's coming to its end too.
That's the main international stuff. USA is just hoping not to get killed on injuries before we get to World Cup.
That's it. That's the key. Everybody stay in your houses and stay safe, okay, everybody?
Exactly.
All right. So listen, well, we've promised them. Let's do it.
We have.
We have. And I think it's I think it's gonna be fun. Let's do it.
We've already started. The first 4 have been set.
We have last week. We gave you the first 4 picks of the draft, and if you want, and I think a review is fair.
I mean, let's get them.
So with the first pick of the draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars take Trevon Walker from Georgia,
which is a risk. I mean, they like
it's a huge risk, but at the same time, I think his ceiling is good, and I think the talent he played against, and I think the bulky thing is going to play bigger into it than you think.
Agreed.
So
we've agreed on the first 4.
Hutchinson's to the Lions with the second pick. I think he stays home.
Just makes sense.
I think Texans, and in as much as I've heard Icky is making a move up in the draft, I think Evan Neal still goes to the Texans and solidifies that left tackle for 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
Davis Mills needs some protection.
He needs some protection. I think Davis Mills, if Davis Mills has some protection, maybe the Texans don't take a quarterback next year in the draft. Correct. Jets, we went with hot sauce.
We love hot sauce.
Hot sauce, spicy son of a bitch. And as today would be the start of the mock draft. Here we go. And on the board with the 5th pick in the 2022 draft.
We're going to start with New York.
The New York Giants. All right, so honestly, the worst line in football.
Right.
And with 2 picks in the next 3 picks.
Right.
I think we can go with just the best offensive lineman on the board.
We're just going to have to go pure talent. I know trades are going to be fun, but
we have to go. We're
still in like the upper echelon.
Yes.
Of talent here.
Oh, we're not. As I said before, as we talked about, there is trades to be made because there's a lot of teams with 2 picks within the first 11 picks.
Yeah.
So, and you can trade out to get more value down the road if you feel like it. But I think the Giants just take, I think they take Icky.
Yeah.
I think they do, and I think they put a left tackle. And I'm not saying for Daniel Jones, but I'm saying that the next 12 years of their life, or 10 years of their life.
Right.
Like, that's fair.
Slightly less dangerous to pick than, say, Jordan Davis.
Yeah, but they don't need him. And see, I like Jordan Davis at number 1 and number 2 and number 3. But, when you look at what they needed, I know anybody could take him and just fill him in. But I think the Giants need the offensive side of the line more than they need the defensive side. They really have had a bad offensive line for a long time.
No, that's fine with me. I like that.
Okay, so we're going Panthers the 6th pick, and this one is a quarterback fall off the board, or do they play it smart as I would? I know you're a talent guy. I may stick to what we need, and offensive tackle is a need.
Yeah, don't really care what Carolina does, to be honest with you. I think take that.
Well, since I won't take a quarterback in the first round.
All right, so. We're just going to go to Malik Willis right now.
And just put him there?
Do we think that he's even worth drafting in the first?
No, I don't think any of the quarterbacks in the draft are worth drafting in the first round.
Do you think anyone's desperate enough to trade up?
Carolina hasn't done anything at all.
They're just waiting on Jimmy.
It must be.
You don't think that? Yeah. They're just waiting on Jimmy.
They haven't done a single thing. They haven't tried to get Baker Mayfield. They didn't try to get. Did they try to get Deshaun Watson? Maybe they were. Maybe a small.
They sniffed.
They sniffed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say still no quarterback, and I still think offensive tackle comes off the board again. And I sound crazy, but I think Cross, and I know you and I discussed that Cross was probably a fair.
That works.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
And now the Giants are drooling at number 7. Like if that's where we go right after this.
We have no choice. Let's do it. Because here's hilarious.
Do they see Lawrence Taylor? Like that's what I kind of like an envision.
So we've let it go, and we let it go because we think there's something there that's not worthy of the first 3 picks or 2 picks, the first 2 picks. Because I don't think the Texans. I think Evan Neal is the best pick for them.
No, I love offensive linemen. They are usually the safest
And even I tried to fight you for the Giants pick to pick another offensive lineman because I thought the year the Niners did the 2 offensive linemen.
I kind of like when Daniel Jones runs around.
But they can't anymore because that's not working for them. And Saquon Barkley is almost
so
done.
Mad. He's so mad.
And yeah, he's almost done. So you can't lose him. But I have to agree with you.
Well, that's why we got him a tackle.
And that's why we got him a tackle. I wanted to give him a guard right next to him. It's just a tackle and guard. I'm boring as hell. Boom, boom. And then we run up the left side all the time. Saquon, go. But
they can still pending in the second round or something.
But at pick 7, I think you take him right.
Oh, absolutely.
Take it. Go for it.
The most explosive
defensive
edge rusher. Yeah, he's got all the stats. He was, like I said, he was the 5-stariest of the 5-star high school athletes.
And he manhandled Ohio State last year in that first game. In that game that Ohio State lost. I thought, yeah. So Thibodeau. Thibodeau off the board.
We get to say it. Thibodeau.
All right, Falcons. Here we go. They're going to do it. They're going to break this defensive offensive line struggle.
It's just so interesting to me.
Well, this is a trade spot for me.
Yeah, they just want more picks.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So who wants to come up here and get? Well, who's the guy?
The Packers.
Garrett Wilson wants to come up here.
I want to put Garrett Wilson here because you can't put Williams because there's just that little small underline of.
So you think you can get up there?
Garrett Wilson?
Yeah,
the Packers. We would have to trade both first-round picks this year to get there.
Do you guys have like a new GM this year that likes drafting receivers, or how's that work? Because I've heard you don't draft receivers since 2002. Javon Walker.
I fucking told you last week that this was going to be the miracle draft of the Green Bay Packers, and we were going to make magic happen. And this is how you make magic happen, because the Falcons is a landing spot for a trade. I think the Jets at 10 are a landing spot for a trade, but let's not trade. We're not trading today. And I think the Falcons right here take Garrett Wilson.
Sure.
I think they just take him.
They take him.
They take the best receiver off the board, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones.
Is it weird that it's such a short receiver going first overall? You don't think people will be scared away?
I think if you go through the whole draft board, though, and you take the top 3, I don't think any of them are above 6 feet tall.
Just
just London.
Wow.
And then Watson out of North Dakota State, who you could give a possibility to slip into the first round if receivers go crazy.
They'll just give him stick him.
Stick him. No, Todd Christensen him.
All right.
And they'll put him out there, and he'll look like he just, what did that guy say in that Replacements movie? I just looked like I just beat off a billy goat or something, whatever the hell he said.
It was classic, whatever it was.
Whatever he said. And then, and they'll get stick him. But I don't think you see any of the receivers out there 6 feet taller. That are in the top 3. After that,
that's because now they made all the quarterbacks tall. So
now they've made all the receivers shorter. Just keep fucking with the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks used to be 5'10", now they're 6'4". Now the receivers are 5'10". Good luck, sucko. I'm out of here. Yeah, you son of a bitch.
It is a weird wave of different.
Yeah. It is. And between the receivers and the cornerbacks, yes. And we've watched that wave. Running backs always kind of the same body type. We have the little scat backs and we have the little different backs for this and that. But the running backs, same kind of, linebackers, receivers and cornerbacks. They've been chasing those things. They've been chasing each other down for years. So we're at number 9. We're at the Seattle Seahawks. And
I think they should forfeit their pick.
You think they should forfeit their pick? Yep. And honestly,
I don't believe they should be allowed to have one.
And honestly, he's still sitting on the board. And they're a defensive team, right? I had a lot of defensive. Jermaine Johnson's out there.
I'm pretty sure they're just a cult.
They're just a cult. They're just a cult of bastards.
Pete Carroll.
Carroll. Son of a bitch. And his silvery gray hair. At least you got hair, Pete. Go to hell. No, I think he's sitting there, and I think he's the best player still on the board, and I think he's worth it.
You're talking about that cornerback from LSU.
LSU, man. That kid is sick.
He hasn't played in a year. That doesn't worry you?
Nope. Doesn't worry me at all.
All right.
Not in modern. Listen, we just watched Tiger Woods play the Masters. There's no injury that scares me anymore. Death. Jimmy died last week. Probably not going to play football next week. No, man, I don't know. He might. It's a possibility.
I did tell you that he was the most Deion Sanders-ish.
You mentioned that. See, and when you told me that in your little fantasy of Stingley playing for the Niners, I thought to myself, who's he look like?
We don't have enough picks to trade up to get him, but
no, you would have to trade.
Nice.
Well, wait a minute. Where are you at? You're at 9. No, you wouldn't trade with Seattle anyways.
I mean,
and
we don't have to go there either.
Well, we can trade this number though. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is possible. We can talk about it later. But Deebo Samuels is a possible trade in this draft.
Not happening.
And the Jets at 10. So you didn't get Stingley Jr., but you can get. I mean, we could talk if you want to talk about trades and who's on the other side of this. Hamilton and let's not. We're not doing trades though. We're not going to trade. And the Seahawks get Stingley Jr.
Yep.
All right, off the board.
I know. I don't like it. I think they should trade him to someone else for free.
Okay. So, yeah. So, we're 10. We're at the Jets. We're at the Jets with number 10. And this, to me, is a trade spot. This is where the Packers would come up and trade. But we're not going to trade. There's like a couple more trades here because we know we're going to get into that weird-ass Saints-Eagles thing where trades should be made. And the Saints and the Eagles should get 5 picks back in the background.
Well, yeah. See, I think that's more likely. The Eagles or the Saints moving up here. Maybe this is the quarterback spot. Maybe this is...
Not for the Eagles, but for the Saints, maybe. If you're talking about Saints moving up. I can't see the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to give Hurts one more year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, at least one more year for him. And next year, we know there's a lot of good...
Flutie's on standby. It's all
Flutie's
good.
on standby. We're good. But with the Jets, we're not going to trade.
No, we gave him the best. We gave him the best playmaker in the draft.
We did.
Zach Wilson needs some help,
and I think the big kid out of USC is definitely the help for him.
Yeah.
So London.
Yeah, send
Jets.
London there. That helps with Elijah, and a few of the other younger receivers.
Well, they got Corey Davis still too, right? So, I mean, Corey Davis just as the...
If we just draft him a third receiver with a number 10 pick, maybe we should change that.
No, because Corey Davis has never proven himself, and Elijah has got a long way to go. But this kid could be a game changer.
Could.
Yeah. So, and we have said it for the last 2 weeks. I told you the Jets were going to get Debo. So if the trade isn't made right here at number 10 for Debo, then it's got to be a receiver. They didn't get... They tried to get Tyreek Hill.
Yes, they did.
They sniffed at Devontae Adams.
They did.
They have already said that the Niners want too much for Debo. So a receiver at number 10 only makes sense because they've tried to get every other goddamn receiver in the league. So it makes sense.
There's no tight end worth that, right?
McBride at 40.
At 40. Okay.
At 40. So if McBride is at 40, nobody in the first round. And as much as 40.
If they need a playmaker, then they go this guy.
Then they go this guy. This is the guy right here. So, which is, for the Commanders, an unbelievable drop of the hat of, wow, we will take him at pick 11. Because he could have been pick 4 by the Jets. They could have taken Hamilton.
They could have.
They could have taken They could have taken Hamilton right now. And they're going to. With the 11th pick of the draft. No problem. Then they replace, and then maybe there can be a little bit of a Sean Taylor kind of legend in that.
They've always been a better defensive team when they had
a big, good, strong safety.
And they had that big guy back there. They've had a few. Collins, yes.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you can't replace Darryl Green, I don't think. Is anybody out there? Oh, Stingley, he's gone already. So, no, I like Hamilton. I think that's a great... I think he's dropped farther than he was going to. So, good for Hamilton. He got picked up. So, the Vikings. We should just skip the... I fucking hate the
Vikings. Yeah. Vikings, yeah.
Who do we give them? I mean, did we give them that Kenyon Green at guard? No, what did we give them? We gave them somebody. I hate that we gave them somebody.
I feel like we should just go like fantasy for the rest of the first round. Like, who are these guys? Yeah. Where's Jameson Williams going?
Oh.
Like, the Eagles have to take somebody, right?
Oh, the Eagles are going to take somebody.
I mean, as far as like, Olave, Williams.
Well, I mean, if you want to go there, let's just do this really fast. Let's look at these few picks right here because I'll go to the Eagles, and this whole Eagles Saints thing right here could be the change in the whole draft.
Well, I mean, it's going to get messy right now. Absolutely.
So Vikings. What we did, Jermaine Johnson for the Vikings. That's where we thought a nice edge rusher. Texans sitting there needing a receiver. Williams was definitely still on the board, which is unbelievable. The Ravens. Here you go, champion. You've been saying his goddamn name for a month and a half.
Well, whoever did not draft Jordan Davis will be disappointed. So
hold on.
If the Ravens get them at 14, then that's okay.
So the Ravens at 14 and that's who we're going to say goes there. And I think That's probably the best fit in the whole draft.
And probably a little high from what I've been hearing, but
I've heard 19.
Right, yeah, 19 and 20 18, and stuff.
But hold on. Let's go to 18 and 19 and 20. So the Steelers would be a fit for him.
For sure.
In a defensive-minded scheme that fit that nasty, big defensive tackle. Or at 14, the Ravens.
I just remember a lot of these Super Bowl teams that win having just that big guy in the middle that just like makes three different people block.
How about the Ravens when they won their Super Bowl? Who was the big guy? Namoti no, it was the other guy.
Haloti Nagata.
No, it was I thought it started with an S. 92. Who was the big number 92 for the Ravens? It was one of those, there's the big guy in the middle. I mean, yeah.
I don't want to pigeonhole anyone, but large Samoans tend to be really good defensive tackles.
Defensive tackles, yes, they do. Well, they've got good center of gravity, good base. That's what it is. So I think putting Jordan Davis on the Ravens is a beautiful fit and a happy relationship formed right there. I think we've
Which I don't like. Let's cancel that one, too.
You don't like that one? Yeah, because you have to. Now you think you're going to see him in the Super Bowl against the Niners. Yeah, Damn, it was my team that guy beat one time.
Exactly.
All right, so let's go to Eagles. We got Eagles, Saints, and I'm telling you, this Chargers in the middle of Eagles, Saints again is probably the most interesting part of the whole draft. And I say it out of humor, but there's a point when I think the Eagles and Saints actually have to make the correct pick to not get the Chargers, because I think the Chargers are I think that's why the whole trade thing might have happened, was to I don't know. I think they all three need the same player at one part of this draft.
So there could be like a big brawl,
just could be
trying to call up to 15.
I don't know. Well, when we talked about the Saints, when we talk about the Eagles, let's go Eagles. What do the Eagles need here? I mean,
a lot of everything.
A lot of everything. But we feel confident they're going to be comfortable with the quarterback. They don't need a running back because they got 6 of them. They got decent receivers.
Can't name any of them.
I know you can't name any of the running backs, but Miles Sanders and we are, and a couple other guys that kind of fill that position for them. Their needs though are linebacker.
Tall receiver would help because all their
Smith. Yeah, but now that London's gone, you got to go Watson out of North Dakota State, and nobody's gonna take Watson out of North Dakota State. I'm sorry to say, it's at 15
or Burks.
Burks,
that Arkansas guy. People Burks, like him, right?
They do like him.
I feel like he's a straight line kind of Mike Evans kind of guy.
Right, but you can't take Burks over Olave. So you're going to have to...
Oh, I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, but I feel like they could.
It'd be insane to take Burks over Olave. So here we are. We're sitting here, and their needs are linebacker and cornerback, and I think offensive tackle or something like that, and... Well, we got linebacker, cornerback, and safety. So, I think we take the best linebacker off the board.
Nice.
I do. I think you put Lloyd there.
Yep, Devin Lloyd.
And you work on the defense, because 2 picks later is you.
It's me.
It's 3 picks later is you again. You're I think you have so many options here. I think their number one need is linebacker. I think you take the linebacker. Which leads us to the Saints.
Which their number one need is, I don't know, everything?
I guess. So, and then if anytime you tell me the number one need is everything, then you take an offensive tackle.
Yeah. Is there one out there?
I think we have one left. I think we got Bernard.
Ah, I gotcha.
So it was Central Michigan, right? Is it Central Michigan?
I believe so.
So I think you have Bernard left at Central Michigan, and then that solidifies the left side of the line. If you need everything, you sign Jamison 2 years, $25 million a year, so you're happy there. You must be.
I guess.
You got Michael Thomas, you got Kamara.
Nah, let's trade for a quarterback.
We got to pick the next pick. We'll just wait and see what happens.
No, I mean, the Steelers are coming up next, so I mean, what we do is secret quarterback trade.
Secret quarterback trade?
With the Steelers.
Nice. Secret quarterback trade for the Steelers. Nice.
Right.
Okay. So, Chargers fall into an interesting situation here. because they needed offensive line. They needed tackle.
They do.
They don't need receiver.
Big mean guys out there still.
He is still out there, and I like him.
Trevor
Penning, that's Iowa?
Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa, that's right. So, Northern Iowa kid. Or you've got the receivers. We got that linebacker out of Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't think I like. Oh, wait a minute. You know, for them, no, I don't know, man. I don't think receiver. They got Keenan Allen. They got Williams. I think you're strong there. I think you got to stick with offensive line or cornerback. So I don't know.
So what corners are left? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man. You know what? That Trent McDuffie out of
the fact that he's there at 19 is.
You know, I know they picked up J.C. Jackson, but they're Devontae Adams.
Well, yeah, they are in the.
They are in that league.
The AFC West.
And I think if you pick up Trent McDuffie, you're not hurting.
It's a safeguard against getting blown out. That's for sure.
It's definitely a safeguard against getting blown out.
Right. So we don't. No one wants to get blown out.
So we go Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
Which leads us back to the Eagles and the Saints again.
Eagles and Saints again.
Like, didn't we just draft for you guys? Yeah, we're back again.
This is probably where they trade and someone comes up and takes Willis.
This is where they trade and somebody takes. Or this is where somebody comes up and gets a Lavier. Or this is where somebody comes up and gets Willis. But you know what? We're not trading. So let's do that. Let's say Chris Olavier to the Eagles.
Yep.
And let's say Malik Willis to New Orleans Saints.
To the Saints?
Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I mean,
he's a project no matter what.
They can't be banking on Winston forever. That can't be their plan.
They can't be banking on
Tell me that's not your plan, New Orleans.
That's not your plan.
Right. So, yeah.
It's not their plan. It could be their plan.
It could be their plan.
It could be their fucking plan. But I think for the first quarterback to come off the board at 19, I think so far we've done good in this draft. Now, I don't say that we're right, but everybody has said there's not a first-round quarterback, and FB and the Goob let it fall to 19. That's pretty good. That's like nobody ever lets a quarterback fall to 19.
I mean, there's more fun to talk about.
Some fucking sucker shows up at like 6 and gets a quarterback, you know what I mean? And we let it go. So, with the 20th pick
they're
of the
going to be
draft,
happy that we,
I think, well, we said it last week. If an algorithm did it, it'd be like, in the first quarterback of the draft, in the 4th round, Malik Wilson to the Carolina Panthers. I mean, you know what I mean? Because Joe Montana and Tom Brady and all the people that fucked up the whole quarterback algorithm.
Ruined the algorithm.
Ruined it for us. So, yeah, Malik Willis at 19, very proud of us. Which makes the Steeler fans apparently maybe a little unhappy. Because,
I doubt it.
Well, there was this like talk of the coach.
They'll be unhappy if they don't take Kenny Pickett. That's what would make them unhappy right now.
If they took him.
Ooh, I would be unhappy if they did take him. But I feel like since he's a Pittsburgh guy.
No.
Don't they want him at 20?
Nope.
They want Lindbaum.
Lindbaum. Big center out of Iowa, baby. Let's let's start where the Steelers need to start. With a big center to actually hold down that center position that has been held by superstars and big studs for years. Pouncey, and I like, you know what? Webster. So, Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah,
to the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I think that's where the Steelers start, and they give Trubisky a chance. And next year, if Trubisky don't work, I told you Trubisky was going to be a starting quarterback again, and I was right. And I think take the big center and fucking go forward.
You're right, but the Trubisky thing, that's going to be a terrible experiment.
Listen.
It's all right, though. They have a plan. Mason Rudolph.
They got to... Mason Rudolph. And they got to go against Joe Burrows, and they got to go against, whenever he gets there, Deshaun Watson, and they got to go against that kid from the Ravens, who I think is exciting, but not going to win a Super Bowl. And I think they start with a center.
That's a good start.
That's a good start. You know what I mean?
Always a good start.
Yeah, that's a fair start. So Patriots, we've got we just go with the names that he likes to go with.
They forfeit their pick too.
Yeah. No, they don't forfeit that pick. Put that kid, that edge rusher from Purdue on the team and make Belichick's defense happy.
George Karlaftis.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good fit for him. He's the greatest defensive mind ever. And I think he can make any cornerback great, but you just can't make any defensive edge great. It's got to be some talent on them.
Boo Patriots.
Oh, boo the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots. I hate the Patriots. Them and all their Super Bowl victories and Tom Brady and his smile and Belichick and his cut-off sweatshirts. I'd like to strangle him with one of his fucking cut-off sweatshirts. All right, pick number 22.
It's time to shine.
And I'm going to shine. I'm just being a dick. I'm just taking a receiver because I want him.
You can't.
I know. I should take Wyatt, and I'm not going to take Wyatt. I want Devontae Wyatt, but I'm not going to take him.
Okay.
But I
You
should
should take the Penn State guy then, at least.
No, I'm not taking. I'm not taking him either. No, we have Cobb and we got Amari Rodgers. You can't take a third slot receiver.
Old and terrible.
You're just calling both of them that. That's right. Old is Cobb and terrible is Amari Rodgers. I got that. You weren't saying old and terrible because Cobb's not terrible. He's old. And Amari Rodgers is terrible. So old and terrible. Right. That's it. Yay. Now give me Treylon Burks out of Arkansas. Put him on the board.
All right. Put him on the board. You're going to take the MSV replacement, basically.
I'm taking the MSV replacement.
You run fast, straight line, go.
And if we were to do a second round, if we were going to do the second round mock draft, then you would know why I'm taking Treylon Burks because I got somebody else in the next round. I'm going to take Treylon Burks because I just want to say a receiver's name. I'm afraid to say Watson's name because I'm afraid that I don't want to have to use Stickum. And I'm afraid to say the Dotson kid because I'm afraid that we got enough slot receivers because I don't think Sammy Watkins is much bigger than any one of these fuckos. So, Treylon Burks.
Treylon Burks.
23. Cardinals. Need offensive line help because I watched that kid run around for his life a lot. And I think that the only good offensive lineman left after we gave away everybody else is Green.
Yeah, carry on
Green. I think we got and that helps Kyler Murray, who they're apparently going to give millions of dollars to.
They might.
They're going to.
Would you?
Yeah. Would I? No. I'd bring in Baker Mayfield. Fuck, it's the same job. Fuck, why not? They came from the same team, right? Were they both Oklahoma kids? Oklahoma State, right?
Well, yeah, Sooners for
I thought
for Kyler.
Kyler, where did
Baker went to?
Same fucking place.
Everyone transfers these days.
I know. It's like
where
the
was
transfer
before?
I heard the transfer portal has like 20 billion kids in it.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Like they're not gonna let me start my freshman year, Mom.
It's like
then you should just transfer, honey. I think I'll just transfer, Mom, because they're not gonna let me start.
So mean.
And then you transfer, and guess what? You don't fucking start because now you're in the fucking transfer. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Why don't you just stay with one team and learn something, and then maybe you'll get to play 1 year? That's all you fucking need in college is one good year.
That's right.
That's it. Okay, so we've decided that Kyler's going to get a new contract, and they're going to spend a little money on the offensive line. Or actually, they're not going to spend any money on the offensive line.
A little bit.
Well, they're going to get a rookie and a 5-year deal.
That's a little.
It's a tiny bit. And since we've decided to get rid of that offensive lineman, and we've decided to go to the Dallas Cowboys, who could have used an offensive lineman, by the way. But the Cardinals took one before them.
That's fair.
That's how the draft works.
Right. Yeah. Cowboys could make a reach for one, but I don't think they will.
They're going to reach now. If you're reaching for an offensive lineman, you're reaching now. You could do the mean kid.
Ooh, we don't love. I love the mean kid, but not for Dallas.
Not for Dallas. Well, they have needs above the mean kid.
Can we forfeit this pick?
We could sell the Cowboys.
We can do that.
No, I don't know.
Hack it up.
I don't know if we can sell them. We could pretend to sell them.
Hell yeah.
We could just change their names.
Nice.
Let's do that. Let's just change their names. But they need defense. I
mean, if they could put someone exciting next to Micah Parsons, who, by the way, did you see him try to drop the puck at some ceremonial hockey game thing?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, apparently he didn't realize that the two centermen had to get together. And then
they have to get the sticks, yeah.
So dude just walked out there and just dropped the puck before anyone was ready.
Just a mad brawl towards it.
Turned around, took off. He was like, yeah, puck. there you go.
Maybe he just don't want to get hit by the stick.
There was no people there yet. You have to wait for the centerman to show up with the sticks.
To sticks, yeah.
And then he drops the puck, and then one of them.
He's a football player.
He is a football player.
He's a football player.
That's true.
Did you see Pickett got a 17 on his Wonderlic score?
Is that good?
Well, 27-32 is when they feel confident enough you can say hike. And
so what was Manning? What was Peyton Manning's, like 50?
Probably 37 or 35. I don't know, bro. I think Rodgers.
What's the high score?
Probably Montana. Listen, 17. So, pretty much wonder if he can even fucking pretty. Well, it's not about. I mean, like if you were like an offensive lineman and it was 17, they'd be like, yeah, that's not a big fucking deal. But you know, if you got to hold all those audibles in your head and have all these plays and where all these receivers are going to go, a Wonderlic score is probably maybe for a quarterback. I don't know.
I should have looked that up before the show, to be honest with you.
You know, I just heard it today on Colin Hurd. He said it. He said, I didn't hear anything. I don't really pay much attention to it, you know. And he's like, the Wonderlic score, and he's like 32-27, blah, blah. And then he said, pick at 17. And I went, shit, this guy's an idiot.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not going to help you get drafted in the first round.
No,
or is it? Who knows?
But yeah,
let's get back to the Cowboys. They deserve about 2.5 seconds of our respect. You know what? I like Parsons. They're lacking at linebacker. You know, they're lacking at cornerback, but these things are starting to slip. But I think Nakobe Dean out of Georgia.
Oh, he's still there?
Yeah.
Is Wyatt gone finally?
No, Wyatt's not gone yet.
All right, but they're gonna take Dean because the
whole Parsons Dean. I think that would be just frightening.
Between the two of them, they'll just cover the whole field.
I think they'll have the whole
with meanness and speed.
Mean part of you could go Devontae Wyatt, and I said the Packers could have taken him too. I think he fits in on any team from this point on. But I just think that Jerry Jones is going to draft Nakobe Dean. He likes Parsons. I think he'll like Dean just as much. Big hitter, smashing, nasty, mean.
I mean, I'd want him on my team. I think
I'd want him on my team. I'd like him at the door, taking people's IDs. Just to let you know. Which leads us to the Bills, and I believe Wyatt's off the board.
Yeah, he just goes on.
He just goes automatically. Yeah, right, automatically, because it's like, well,
they can score anytime they want. They just have to stop people.
They have to stop people. Though they can score at will. You can't stop them.
So,
but you can't. They could also give up a field goal in 9 seconds. Maybe with somebody like Devontae Wyatt in the middle.
I mean, they just depth and defense. And
when the Rams wanted to win that game, Aaron Donald, I
think that's an easy fit right there.
Yeah, I think it's an easy fit too. Which leads us to the Tennessee Titans, who have the best running back in football, and have some small needs at offensive line.
They do.
So that means they're a running team, right?
They could go mean guy there.
They could go mean guy. If I was a running team, I would pick the meanest son of a bitch in the whole offense.
That's what I would do.
I would too, and I think since it's a place they're lacking, they picked up Woods, they got AJ Brown, they got Tannehill, they got a receiver, they got a running back. Their defense is pretty solid.
It is. It's like one of those no-name defenses.
It is a no-name defense, but it's the next man up, next player up kind of defense though.
Yeah.
Like everybody comes on the field just does their job. It's like a Belichick defense. Which is funny, because didn't that guy play for Belichick? Pretty sure he did. So let's put the big penny guy there, good old Trevor, and let him open up holes for, the guy that's only got about 2 or 3 years left to open up holes for. So you better make this shit happen here. That's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. He's 1 or 2 left, maybe. It's sad how running backs are,
As good as he is and as amazing as he is, you wonder, you say it about Tom Brady all the time, and he keeps going, but Henry's not going to do that, of course, because he physically can't do that, taking hits from 320-pound men all the time. So,
they're up to 360 that run
4.7 40s and can jump 12 feet. 12 feet? What the fuck are
you? You just can't take that many hits from that many huge human beings.
Are you kidding me? 12 feet? So who's next on the board here? Who do we got next after?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Well, Tampa Bay, I felt defense was 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, number 1 or number 2, and this year like 30 fucking second in the league.
Yeah.
Quickly
not,
too.
Like, not so good.
So I mean fast. I think the middle linebackers there. I think the cornerbacks are there, but lacking edge, lacking getting to the quarterback. Jean-Pierre Paul Paris or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, not really doing it.
Him and his 8 fingers or 9 fingers or whatever the fuck he's got 7.5 fingers.
He's got a few.
He's got a few. I think it's time to maybe bring in some youth.
On the edge.
On the edge.
Okay. You don't want a corner right here.
I don't want a corner. I think you can fill. I think you're starting to lose edge, and I think you got a lot of corners and safeties still on the board that could be. I don't know. The Patriots.
You don't want Ebikidi, do you?
No. How about?
I just wanted to say Ebikidi.
I know. We'll say him in a minute. How about the kid running up the board from Michigan, the kid on the edge?
Oh, yes, Abojo. David
Abojo.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like top 10 a second ago, and now all of a sudden he's second round.
Second round, yeah, right.
He's just moving. No one has any clue apparently.
Well,
of what he's all about.
But one thing you can say about Michigan is they have put a lot of talent out from that position, from Hutchinson's to Rashawn Gary to. There's been, they seem to be able to put this player on the field, and this player seems to do well in the pros. And I think he's still a top 16 or 20, just not a top 10 anymore.
Well, I mean, with the value with the edges, then you got to admit he has upside.
He has upside.
And if you can get 10 sacks in the NFL, then you're worth definitely where are we at here?
We're at 27? 27. We're at 27 right now. 27 with Tampa Bay.
He's definitely worth a flyer.
He's other than that, I think the positions that you can still take from, there's plenty of talent still left in that position that has a higher grade than the edge players still left on the field. And I think that's why the Packers have to take that kid out of Penn State now.
Yeah, Dotson.
No. We already took our receiver.
Well, you're taking Ebikidi?
Give me Ebikidi.
All right.
Give me the edge rusher out of Penn State.
Nice.
And I think that, and now when I look at the edge rushers, I think second round is not gonna. I think that's it. We're done. Maybe a couple chances, flyers to take. But after that, between Epikidi and Bajo, I think we're all done now. I think we've finished the edge rushers in the whole draft, which is okay because we got the Chiefs, and the Lions.
Nice.
And I think we're good. 29th. Oh, wait a minute. Who else have we got in there? Bengals. Let's not forget the Bengals.
Well, Chiefs are just going to take whatever receivers left over.
And a cornerback. They need a...
So who's that? Is it Olave and...
Oh, no. Olave's been gone for a long time.
Booth
Here's
Jr.
your choices. You want your choices.
Booth Jr.
Oh, well, I'll go... If you want to go cornerback receiver, go Booth Jr. now.
Yeah, I got Booth Jr.
Because that's the last good...
And then the next guy will be... Oh, my next pick. For the Chiefs?
For the Chiefs. They got 2 in a row.
George Pickens.
George Pickens, no, man.
Sky Moore. Is that...
No, come on, man. He said he was going to be the best receiver in all college football. He said he was going to be the best pro receiver coming out of college football.
John Dotson.
Yeah, John
My
Dotson.
boy from Penn State.
Boy from Penn State. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, we know nothing about... Look, at Sky Moore came out of where? Toledo? Where's Sky Moore come out of?
No.
Central Michigan. Where's Sky Moore come out of? As a receiver...
Never seen any
He could be a third-round pick. So, Pickens, he's coming off an injury.
He's tiny.
Sky Moore is tiny. He's a fucking kick returner.
All right, yeah. Anyway, I didn't even know.
So if Dotson said he's going to be the best receiver, he's probably more like Tyreek Hill than, well, I don't know. Sky Moore is probably a lot like Tyreek Hill. But just
Penn State guy, all the way.
All the way. You think so? All right.
All right. I got confidence. I've seen this guy in action. We just haven't had a good quarterback at Penn State at all.
Bengals. That's our second to last pick of our first ever mock draft.
I say we cancel it.
I just want to cancel the Bengals' last pick.
I love that guy from Georgia, Louisine. He's my favorite.
You like the guy from Georgia?
I just feel like he's a difference maker.
How about
he's
Elam?
Smash people.
How about Elam?
That's probably a safer pick.
Oh, I like safe picks. You know me, I'm a safe picker.
Well,
When I come back here and I look at what they need, we got cornerback, center, but he's gone. Boring.
Zion Johnson's still there, right?
Zion Johnson's still there. We got defensive tackle, linebacker, tight end. You can't take McBride yet, but hey, you know what? Honestly, this is it.
Good.
You could. You know why you could?
Let's do it.
Let's take McBride then.
Yeah.
Let's put the tight end in the. You know what? Elam, Sin. Fuck it. He needs a tight end.
Kittle's going to be memeing and stuff all morning. They're going to be like, I want me a Kittle.
He needs a tight end.
Yeah.
If he says no at the 31st pick in the draft, he's not getting the only tight end in the draft. That is worth a shit. I mean, I think there's a center to be found. I think there's a couple cornerbacks to be found. I think you can take a chance on a linebacker.
My favorite tight end's from Maryland, and his name I cannot pronounce.
Well, but McBride, you can.
I can.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
McBride, I have McBride in the top 40.
Niners are going to take, I'll tell you who it is, but it's going to take a while. I'm kidding. All right. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we can get to the Niners picking the draft.
So did we draft someone for the Bengals?
Are we gonna go with McBride? I like Kaiir Elam.
Why not?
Cornerback for the Bengals.
The corner, yes.
I do.
Elam's been graded pretty good.
And I mean, if we want to just take defense, but you don't see McBride. No, you don't see McBride. He needs a tight end. Another weapon for him is not going to be bad for them.
No.
They're an offensive team.
Yeah, they're going to outscore everyone.
Outscore everyone.
That's the plan.
So, well, let's go McBride. And ladies and gentlemen, with the 32nd pick of the 2022 draft, the Detroit Lions take Kenny Pickett.
You're giving him the quarterback.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Why not? Be good. Oh.
I mean,
you don't think Jared Goff's the answer?
No, I don't think Jared Goff's the answer.
Jared Goff.
I don't think Jared Goff is even close to the fucking answer.
Nah.
Not in Detroit.
No,
they need a young kid to come in there and to take Detroit over. I think Jared spent too many times losing Super Bowls and too much limelight in L.A., and I think he's a little pretty boy. And I think in Detroit they need somebody with small hands that's probably going to fumble the fucking ball and make it interesting. And I think with the 32nd pick of the 2022 draft, the Detroit Lions.
I thought for sure you were actually super serious about this, and I
am serious about this. That's who they're going to take. I'm trying to mock a draft. I'm
trying to take Desmond Ridder from Detroit. Yeah, he's a Cincinnati kid, kind of same kind of beat up neighborhood, and he has larger hands. And didn't you just finish telling me that Kenny Pickett got a 1.7 on his?
He got a 17 on his Wonderlic.
17 on his Wonderlic.
So he's pretty much close to idiot.
So he's got small hands.
Small hands and not very smart. I know. Yeah, but this is Detroit. I did say, ladies and gentlemen, with the 32nd pick.
Are we just messing
of
with
the
Detroit again?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm messing with Detroit. Can't be a Packer fan your whole fucking life and can't mess with Detroit. So with the 2000, so instead of getting, and so look at, and Desmond Ridder, he'll get drafted by the Panthers in the 4th round, and he'll be the best quarterback in the 2022 pick draft. How's that?
I think he is. I think he's the best.
You think he's the best, and all the algorithms in the world would draft his ass in the 4th round as the #1 quarterback.
Smart pick.
Smart pick.
He's not going to last that far.
Well, if it doesn't, I mean, maybe the Packers take him in the 3rd.
That's the name I was trying to say.
Oh, he's not saying this. He's not saying that fucking name. He can't even. He'd have to have clapping to help him. He'd it would take him for too long.
That's my Niners pick for the draft, though.
That's your Niners.
We don't have any first rounds.
And so and he is a tight end out of Maryland.
Yep.
So you got the best tight end of football, top 3 at least. And this guy whose name you can't put on the back of a jersey because it won't fit.
Chigoziem Okonkwo.
Yeah, that's not the. Actually, I think I've actually seen that tight end, and I cannot imagine that that's going to be your first pick.
No, not first pick.
Okay,
absolutely not. Holy moly.
Holy moly. We have done a horrible job at this drafting. Fucking shoot us.
I was just giving a Niners 6th round pick.
You're just shooting.
That was our 6th round pick.
6th round pick, you guys.
I just wanted to talk about it first.
If Green Bay's paying attention, try to grab that punter out of San Diego State. Somewhere in the 5th, 6. Somewhere.
Changing the game, he says.
Changing the game, he says. So listen, pretty successful mock draft.
We made it through.
We made it through. I felt 32 teams got 32 players.
Yeah, I hope so. Don't double check that. We might have missed one.
That'll be on corrections next week. We fucking missed a team. And we did it on a computer.
You know what? Did you want to talk about this guy at all?
What guy?
John Mechie III.
John Mechie III is
He'll be your hero if you pick him in the third round.
If we pick John Mechie III in the third round, the Green Bay Packers will have done something right for once. No, I think whoever gets this
somehow,
whoever gets John Mechie III gets the best receiver in the draft. And I say it because it reminds me more of the Smith that went to the Eagles and more of the Chase that went than any other receiver. He was always Alabama. He was the best receiver on Alabama. I think
in college last year.
In college by last year.
On film anyway, just like SportsCenter style.
I think running routes, I think his injury in the championship game or the game before championship game.
It was early.
It was early. So maybe the game before. I don't think did they win? No.
Don't ask me questions like that.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. That kid, whoever grabs that kid gets a hell of a receiver. And I truly hope the Packers pick up John Mechie III. I'll take him in the second.
That'd be good.
Not to let him get slipped by, because I think that's one of those superstar Alabama receivers.
Like you said, there's a lot of depth at receiver. We can get some steals later on.
And Menchie's one of them. Maybe Sky Moore is one of them. Maybe he can play punts back. Maybe he can play receiver. Maybe he can do more than just.
We can talk about next week who we got.
Talk about next week who we got. We can talk about who's
sound way better than normal.
We can talk about the next round of the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
We can talk. Well, actually, next week I'm going to talk about who the Packers got for like a whole podcast.
Right.
Yeah,
and I'll argue about how terrible they are.
Yeah, and then you'll talk about the Niners. The Niners crushed it in the second round.
Crushed it with the 6th round pick.
The 6th round pick. And if we get a punter in this draft and 2 more receivers, or at least 2 receivers, a punter, and a defensive end, and other picks, we can just try to make players better. No, I'm excited.
Yes, indeed.
2 more days.
Oh man.
2 more days. 2 more days, and you can wait 1 more after that.
I know, yeah.
That sucks. You know what? Trade this fucker. Get yourself in the first round this year.
Not happening.
Not happening. No, we want our running back. Actually, we want to keep that receiver that wasn't good enough to just be a receiver, so we had to find more shit because he was really good.
Now he's amazing.
Now he's amazing.
All the money in the world.
And now he wants all the money in the world. Bad move by you guys. Bad move by you guys making him amazing. You're fucking idiots.
Making him better than he was.
Well, listen. I got a shout out. You got any shout outs? Let's shout this out.
Shout it out.
I'm gonna shout it out. I'm gonna say I got my shout. We're done with football, right? There's no more mock draft thing. We did 32 teams.
I mean, there's so much more, but we'll get to it next week. Next week will be slower.
We could just push record for the next 2 fucking hours if you want to. We can just talk about it. I've got like 35 more players I want to talk about, and that would get me my 2 second-round draft picks. So I'm just saying. So shout out Miguel Cabrera. 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, and a pretty good list of some great names, from Aaron to Mays, Murray to Palmeiro, right?
Yeah.
And then what is that? A-Rod and Pujols.
All I remember is him getting swept by Pablo Sandoval and the.
Oh yeah, that's all you remember. Yeah, you do remember that.
Oh,
but still,
Detroit was favored to sweep the Giants, and Pablo just said,
"Hey, listen, Detroit doesn't get a lot of shout-outs. We just usually crush them. So let's give them this one."
Oh, wait, we got rushing Detroit again.
Oh, man.
Miguel.
Well, I mean,
we're trying to give Miguel a shout-out.
We're trying to give him a shout-out, but he plays for Detroit, so, we give it to him, and then you crush them again. And then, so
I didn't even mean to, really.
Really. I know. It's just the word Detroit. You just go right after him. So, hey, to Miguel Cabrera, shout-out, bro. Yes. Good for you, man.
Nice
rock and roll. Nice list to be on. You got a shout-out for me?
I've got a passing.
Oh.
For the second week in a row, a hockey legend has passed.
Oh, that's a shame.
This week it's Guy Lafleur.
Guy Lafleur, I heard that. Okay.
The Flower.
The Flower.
So, yeah, I mean, he had stats similar to Mike Bossi's. They both dominated in the late 70s, early 80s. He won 5 cups with Montreal.
He won 5 cups with Montreal, and the other guy won them with the Islanders, right?
The Islanders.
But he won 4 in a row.
Correct.
Bossy won 4 in a row. Guy probably won 5 in a row.
He won 5 and 6 years or something.
5 and 6 years. Well, he's on Montreal, So you gotta think. Oh shit, that guy was on Montreal.
Exactly. So he was at his best in '77, that kind of stuff.
What is that? Gretzky's got to be young then.
I mean, Gretzky came along starting in like '81.
Okay, so 77. So
Edmonton owned the mid '80s, I guess.
The mid '80s, and Montreal owned the
Montreal Islanders, then Edmonton, kind of.
Okay, so it was Montreal with Lafleur,
with the Flower,
Bossy
and
in the middle with the Islanders, and then Wayne Gretzky with Edmonton came through and just took over.
Yep.
Well, shout out to that man.
Yeah. No, he was a good one too.
And that's 2 hockeys in a row.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's not one next week.
Well, I mean, they say in 3.
Hope it's not Messier.
Yeah, I hope it's not Messier.
He's still got to come apologize to me for. Oh wait, no, I did.
You have to apologize to him. Right. For saying that Crosby's just gonna blow by.
Either way,
it
Messier,
didn't even matter.
Bring it on.
Yeah, Messier, you kick his ass, bro. Mean bastard.
Hashtag Messier.
So, you got any more shout-outs?
No, I think that's about it.
You got anything else for me?
Oh, wait, I do. Carolina, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's right. Kentucky is so done next year. Carolina's bringing back all 4 of its starters that were eligible to come back. Caleb Love, R.J. Davis, and obviously Armando.
So 4 kids that don't listen to the FB and Goop show.
And Leaky Black.
Where I literally said...
I'm pretty sure Leaky Black listens to the FB and the Goop.
You think so?
I think so.
Hey, did he go back to college?
Yes, he did.
Well, I told him that he shouldn't have. Should have just went and made money and drove a car. Not like, I mean, you know what?
Best years of their lives. They're going to win the championship.
I hope you stay there for all 4 and get a college education. That's what you should fucking do.
Yeah, there you go.
Get a college education. It's not bad for you. I mean,
much fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun for you. So there you go.
So I think that was
stay for 4 years and then
that was my last shout out.
The Knicks will draft you. That's it. Got anything?
I don't know. You want to talk about growing chicken in a lab, or is that like?
Is that my fucked up thing for the week?
Oh wait, hold on. I got something fucked up.
Give it to me.
All right,
man.
Apparently they're taking live cells from chickens and fish and pork and just somehow growing them into like chicken wings and chicken breasts. And
well, you can't make a cell into a chicken wing.
Oh sure.
Cannot make a chicken.
You know they're selling it. It's been going on for a while.
The cell part of it.
Well, the making from cells into
that's what I meant.
Turkey breasts and chicken breasts.
Stealing the cell and
stealing the chicken cell.
But you can't make a chicken wing.
Yeah, you can request it.
You can request a chicken wing.
Absolutely.
Made from cells.
Yes.
So
and they're selling this in restaurants. Like I said, it's been going on for a while, but now Singapore's got it. They're selling it in restaurants. There's actually distributors. Like this is actually like happening.
But only in third world countries where they can't get meat.
Oh no. They can't afford that, bro.
Oh no, they probably can't. Huh?
No, this
probably don't have third world.
This is more like save the world.
Somalia probably doesn't have a lab making meat.
Well, I think it's the cold truck from point A to point B that they have trouble with.
Oh, it's a lot of that stuff has to stay cold.
Yeah. If they could refrigerate their own lab, they'd be fine.
So I can get genetically made chicken wings.
Some people are really pissed off about this.
I'm appalled actually.
And
I mean, is this where these people that stormed the court?
Well, I'm not sure.
And glue their hands to the court? Is this they're doing?
Oh, no.
Did you see?
This might be the sign.
Did you see the girl get busted? She only got like halfway to she got to the court and the dude tackled her.
Oh,
and he had been watching her for like the whole time, like staring at her. Like she had was wearing a referee shirt. And her friend, the instant her friend brought up the video camera and started videotaping nothing. Like the players were walking this way and she threw up a video camera and was just I'm just recording the floor now. And then this bitch made her move, and this dude, like 3 seats over, he like slammed her to the ground, and not today, bitch.
So this was a third attempt at the chicken.
This was a third attempt at the chicken brigade. You missed this one. She didn't make it.
She didn't make it.
Crushed.
We are ready for that shit now.
This is the person starting this genetic meat thing, isn't it? This is the reason.
It could be.
It's not for the starving poor, because only the rich apparently can afford.
So far. We
just got to get Walmart to take this shit over.
We're trying to save Earth, and then we could save poor people after.
We're not trying to save Earth by saving farm chickens.
I think that's what
we fucking farm these chickens to eat.
Well, these chickens don't need to eat anything.
These chickens don't do anything.
They just, I don't know.
They print them out with one of those printers.
They have those too.
Steak.
What? You want your filet mignon marbled?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Marble layer.
Go screen print number 3. It's got more marble in it. No. That's just, you know what? It's just wrong. We got farms. We don't need to genetically make meat. That's it. I'm done.
That's it.
I'm finished. Do you have anything else? No? Maybe?
Go USA, baby.
Go USA. Go Scotland.
Go Scotland.
Go Scotland.
All right.
Yeah. Go Scotland. I'm FB.
I'm the goob.
Peace. Go Scotland. Go USA. And cut. Fuck. Leave us out of the rest of this.